Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna work with these digital downloaded sheets. They're my creation. We're gonna use these in my journal. But first, I want to show you something. Look how pretty they are. Those are balsam roots. I went for a little hike today up in the hills where we live, and I found those, and they're starting to grow now. They're still kind of small. They get usually way higher, but I couldn't resist. So if you want to know how to use my downloadable sheets, which you can find in the description down below, then stay tuned. Coming up next. Okay, so this is the journal we're going to work in today. Find the page. There it is. Try to do a double spread. See here, these are all flower themed. Want to focus? They're also available as a printout from my Etsy shop for bigger prints on your wall. I thought they were really cute. There's different kind, like there's not all of them are available. This one and that one. You have to go check out the link in the bottom. This one is a pattern design I did for Redbubble. There's also a link down there. And it's really cool, cute for girls' room, on a bedding or curtains or whatever. A little rug. But today we're going to use them as digital printouts for our journal. It's very floral themed. So one thing you could either do is just cut the edges off. Well, no, you keep it. And just the way it fits, stick it on here, let it dry, and then work on top of it. Or cut out all the little flowers, or not all of them, but some of them, and embellish the page. What do you think? Too bad you can't talk to me about it. That one. This one, obviously, you have to, you can put two, whatever, and cut the other ones out. So I will see what I'm going to do. Yeah, just going to cut, and then I'll catch up with you when I'm done. So now I'm ready to go and to glue them on. I'm using matte medium, acrylic matte medium to stick it on. This is a brand new bottle I bought. I haven't really used it before sticking. So, and it seems like it's working really well. I also put it over the whole top just to make sure it's nice and flat and sticks down. And it seems to blend in pretty nice. For the bigger sheet, I put it right onto the page first and then stuck it down. It seemed to be easier that way. And then just get in the corners and make sure it's nice and flat. And I went over top of it. Okay, pretty much dry. I messed up here a little bit, but it's gonna go gessoed over it anyway. So I went back to the dollar store and I got some more goodies. I got this. I got these cool pages. So they got these cute writings on here and all these other things. So I'm going to cut out some of these. Which one I'm going to pick. Then I really love these ones, but I've just smeared a whole bunch of matte medium on it, and it's got crinkly. But look how beautiful these are. But you won't see, so I'm just going to use them for corners. Unless this would be like a real dark background. I'm going to use this one. Cut it. Okay, well, turns out this is a little trickier than I thought. This paper stuff. So it doesn't really want to stick too much. See what happens if I stick both. both sticky. Dry, so I'm just gonna apply some. That's the rest of my gesso here. Okay, so this is dried now. Got a bunch of colors. Acrylics, very thin acrylics, a gold and a teal. Got my trusty koi watercolor set here and some old watercolor pans here, or whatever you call these things. And I got my journal here. Let's move this up a little bit there. So, just want to put some more texture in here. So first I started with the watercolor teal, but then it wasn't thick enough. Then I started using the high flow acrylics, but then it was too thick. So I decided to start blotting it with the tissue paper, and it came out actually pretty good at the end. Just was a little work fighting with it. Now I started using the watercolors more. I used sort of a magenta color. I just started dabbing it on a little bit. I didn't want to take the whole thing, takes over the whole page. And I seem to like a lot of contrast lately. I seem to like using teal and magenta and yellow. I don't know why, but it seems like my theme lately. With my pages that I try and, wanted to make them different, they kind of come out the same. I don't know why. Well, I guess it's just how the mood is. So after it dried somewhat, it's nice to use watercolor, they dry pretty fast. I started using some stencils just to put some contrast in it and bring some more geometric elements into it. I think every journal page needs sort of a geometric shapes. I started using the ink pad. It was faster and more effective than the black watercolor or black acrylics or whatever. This was easy just using that. These grapes, just circles. So now, because there's too much contrast going on, I'm trying to even it out with some gesso, just starting to put a little bit everywhere, just going over top of it lightly, just to tone it down a bit, but keeping those three flower elements up, and also the edges, I didn't put too much on that either. But you can see now that it kind of sort of melts together as a one piece. Let's see if we can put some butterflies in there. I started using some light, I think it's ink I used, with a brush. I just gotta put about some more structured elements, just to kind of break up the white a little bit more. See what we can do with the gold here. I'm gonna a little more emphasizing of the flowers. So now I just try to introduce a little bit of green because this is after all a flower page, but I don't know if I really liked it or not. I think I liked it at the end. I looked more like flowing down paint than vines, but I guess it came out okay at the end. So now I pulled one of those stickers off those labels, and I thought the round one was really neat, but I didn't like the red, so I started painting over it. First I did black. First I just wanted to do a little light wash, but then I started putting out more colors. So after that didn't work well, I used a black marker, as you can see, a Sharpie. And then I thought, it's a little bit too much contrast. So I pulled out the gold one, and I really like that. So you have a gold, I don't know what, hole, portal. Hey guys, welcome back. It's dry now. It's the next day actually. It's Mother's Day today. Happy Mother's Day to me. I do have 3 of those ungrateful things called kids. Anyway, so I do kind of like it, but it looks a lot like the 2 I already said I did in this style. I'll show you. This is very similar, and this is kind of similar, or even this one. That's a little more crazy, but I don't know, I do like it. It's just need to do something different. This one's gonna be definitely different. So I just colored this one bluish. I think it would be nicer than the pink. It's overwhelming with this pink over here. Just got some white glue and just gonna stick this on here. It's got this little, so you can bend it, and it has this straight piece here. Let's see if it, because the big one I did kind of the same way. Just there. Then I printed out some quote stuff. They're kind of too giant, but don't mind putting that on there. And the rest goes on the other side over here. So I'll go cut that out. It says beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself, which is true, right? Anyway, goes perfect with Mother's Day. I'm just gonna put beauty up there, and the rest is for the other side. Okay, I'm just gonna cut that out. For this, I just used the glue stick. It was easier. I didn't want to get bothered to take the matte medium out again. So if it doesn't stick, I can always put Mod Podge or something over top. And then I think I'm gonna do some drips and flicks, and then it should be done. I don't know if I should write something down here, maybe. What could I write? So instead of writing, I got sidetracked and started embellishing those flowers a little bit more. So I emphasized them so you can see them better. And I started doodling, putting some dots on there, and I also put butterflies up there in between. Yeah, so I just kind of made it look pretty. I forgot to turn the camera on, so I cut out this from that other quote, that whole big sheet I had here. Part of it is on this side, and I start to glue it on. And glue this one on. See if it's gonna stick with that. Hope so. Then I had an idea. Instead of gluing this on, I'm gonna put a piece of washi tape on here. This one. Then you can flip it open, I guess. And I'm gonna put something underneath here. So guys, open your mind to be yourself. Kind of nice. And then need something up here. So I did start actually writing something on there. I just didn't bother filming it. And of course, I love putting my splatters on. It just makes it more happy looking to me. Just write all kinds of different colors on there just to brighten it up a bit. I thought it came out really pretty. Close up. It's not dry yet, so I'll insert a picture at the end when it's dried. So after that's all stuck on there, I put my washi tape on and made a little flap. And underneath the flap is a vintage inspired print of a pear tree. It's super cute and went perfect with the project. I don't know if I should put a little more white in here or not. What do you think? Maybe, hey, because there's some here and that looks kind of weird. Let's put a little bit more light. So I think the white kind of, made it a little softer and blended the quotes a little more in. I forgot to mention about the quotes on the top. The right one says, be where you want to be. And the left one says, health. So I kind of thought that was nice, putting in there too. So make sure you check out the freebies in the description, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment if you want to comment, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any uploads and ring that bell. And now watch that video that's on the screen up here. See you there.